I'm back. Oh my goodness. Holidays. You don't realize how many friends and family you actually have until the doorbell just keeps ringing. We've had such a great time, but that's one of the reasons I haven't done stories is because we just had so many visits and it was wonderful. But I'm so excited to be back with all of you on Thursdays if you're new here. And also if you're new here, I normally do stories Monday through Friday. So it's been a little sporadic because of the holidays, like I mentioned, but we're back on Thursdays. We do talk throughs. Now, I've actually still been doing my makeup almost every single day. So I have been using a ton of stuff and I kind of have more opinions on things now. Some opinions have been formed. So we're going to talk about the Kosas Corrector. Remember the secret? That's the peach one. Yeah, I can talk about them now. They come out the 9th, January 9th, and I will probably post the video that I filmed with them. Y'all are gonna love these. For one thing, I love not only is I feel like the formula is thinner than the concealer, which I prefer. I love the concealer, but I didn't like it at first. When I started liking it, what had happened is they extended the cooler tones. This is what I needed because I'm a very cool undertone. Everything was very yellow from Kosas at first, but they did extend that shade range. But I will say, if you still found that formula a little bit too thick, I don't think you're gonna find this thick at all. And I'm gonna put some on. Let me talk you through it just a hair. So the applicator, where's my concealer? By the way, I wear 2.6C in the Corrector. You can see how much I've used it. That being said, this consistency here, I'll put it here. It is a little bit thicker, which isn't bad because there's still a lot of pigment, so you don't need to use as much. And really, the thickness that you're seeing here is hydration. So the Kosas are always gonna be about hydration, which I love being 36 years old now. But here's the Corrector applicator. And what I love about this, let me hold this one up next to it, is I wish the concealer had this applicator. Applicators matter. It's one of the reasons I do brushes because they're applicators. So that being said, here is the difference in the applicator. Do you see how this one is curved? I'm gonna post a video tonight and I will be explaining more and you'll see what I'm talking about there. But the way that the Corrector applies is delightful because it's just bent. Do you see how smooth that is? You can even see how much smoother that application is compared to that application. And every little detail like that matters when it comes to makeup. You're thinking, that is so minute. The way that product first lays on the skin, and then if we take our brush and go back over it, or your puff, this is my first day back. I meant sponge. I always like to include sponges. They're not my favorite. I feel like they just absorb and they kind of smear makeup around. That is a complete personal preference. Never feel like my way is the only way, but we are allowed to have preferences. And do remember that if I do have a brush line, but there could easily be a sponge in there as well. Absolutely. But all that being said, this is applied so thin, and that becomes so much easier to work in. Now in the video, you'll see me actually apply it and the way it looks like set and everything, but we'll get to that later. But look at how pretty that is. Do you see how not patchy that is through there where it's actually blended and it's so smooth, it's so hydrating. I think these are a delightful, well thought out formula and formula to applicator. So I'm really excited for y'all to try this. And this is a really fun little tip for you, but I have not wiped my brush. I'm just gonna blend this out a little bit more, try not to get into that. But this is what your tools should always look like. Do you see how there's no clumps and lumps? Now I will say we have a very specific blend of fibers. I thought about smoothness when I created the brushes. I always think about everything always being smooth, no lumps or clumps or bumps. And I wanted a fiber that could lend itself to that, hence the brushes. And that's why we're here. But it really does make a difference. Tools should look like this. They don't always, not all of them, look like this when you blend out concealer, corrector, foundation. And then very quickly, let's do a quick comparison between these two. To me, there's no better formula. I don't feel like one is better than the other. I feel like they're different, and they're so different in color that the Kosas has a lot more depth to it, which you'll see. Right now you're thinking, no, it doesn't. But look at how, so what that means, let me stay on this train of thought. What depth means is that it can work for more skin tones. The 𝗕𝗿𝗂𝘂, although they do have different shades, but I'm gonna compare the pinks, this has a much wider base. So this isn't going to work for quite as many skin tones. That's not a bad thing because there are other shades, but this is just a comparison of pinks. So you can certainly see that. And even for where I'm at in my skin tone currently, I would reach for the Kosas color, because Kosas, 𝗕𝗿𝗂𝘂𝘂. There's no bad, there's just something for everyone. This is a really good tip. We must get in there on my fine lines. Do you see how, aside from that, that is literally that. Not a big deal. Do you see how you're not seeing through this in any way whatsoever? That means that this is a better match for my skin. This is a really good tip, y'all. Whenever we're able to kind of see that, how you can see my skin through it, that means it's going to be too light for us. And that can go for foundation, corrector, concealer. That is something to really, really think about. You want the shade that you kind of swipe on your skin to not have gaps, because what happens is when the color's too light for you, it's kind of fighting your natural skin tone, not even your undertone. Here's reference. My skin tone right now is a light medium skin tone. So what's happening here is the depth of my skin is kind of just clashing with how light this is. So that's what we're seeing there. Again, not a bad product. Wonderful. Love this. In fact, Cool Sunrise will forever be one of my favorite things ever. It's just about how these kind of interact with our skin tone. We don't want to be able to see through the product. We want that product to melt in to our skin tone. Woo, y'all, we're learning today. I said I haven't taught anybody anything. I've just been eating. I need to go up there and teach. Another thing that also released was Mario did lip glosses, and I've tried them a couple times, and they're not bad. They're long lasting. This is going to be a completely personal preference, by the way. They are long lasting. What else did I find? Very hydrating and lasting hydration, but I don't like how sheer they are. That is so personal. Okay. I think I'm just used to very pigmented glosses. Let me wipe this off. This is my Ulta lip treatment. All right. I am just not really sold. I don't put them on and go, wow. But for someone that kind of just wants a tiny little wash. In fact, I feel like it just looks like my lip treatment I'm putting on. And I'm putting this one on. This is the shade Bare, which it does have, it looks like it has color, but it's just kind of a lip oil. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of the longest lasting lip oil that I've ever put on. In fact, I'll put on a darker color just so you can see. I feel like I already have this, so I don't want you to feel like you need to hop on this bandwagon to feel like you're missing anything, unless you're just wanting a very long lasting lip gloss, which that is, but I also find that my Kiko ones last a long time too, and they're a lot more affordable. And I feel like I've worn them enough. This is a much darker shade, by the way. I feel like I've worn them enough to kind of have a say about them. They're just, they're very pretty. But I feel like I already had this. That's a really good way to put it. If you don't have this, this would be a good investment because it is very long lasting. But for me, I have this. What else have I been doing? Ooh, okay. This concealer was a major bust for me. I'm very sad about it. I bought 2 shades. It is wildly expensive. We did a whole thing on this. The shades, I was looking for the other one I bought. I don't know where it went. The shades online were so off. They the same. So I'm really good at buying online because I can kind of read through, and I usually go off arm swatches. I can always tell a really pink shade because I know my undertone, so I go off arm swatches. But this range is not what you see on the Sephora website. It is not. Okay, be warned. The range is very limited. It's very hard to pick out a shade online. The applicator picks up a ton of product. It just didn't wow me. And this one is the lighter one. This is 3.0, and it is just so warm. That's still too warm for me. It's not a banana and a pajama, but it's still too warm for how much I had to pay to not find my shade. So hopefully they're gonna work on that. But I will say the formula, I've worn it for 8 hours plus a couple times, and it was just, I prefer this one. I can't beat this one yet for me. The shade, everything about it is just, the applicator. Do you see how that hole is in the middle of it? That means it's not going to deposit too much product. It just always goes on so smooth. The color's perfect. Look at the color difference. See how much more cooler that is? But this, 𝗕𝗏𝘂𝘁𝗲, spicy price, and I don't feel like you need it unless you have mature or maturing skin. I would not have needed this at 30, but at 36, I want this. Okay, I like it. Now I do all my other eye creams, and I'm using this as a primer. You're not going to use a lot though. That much for both eyes, and I still apply with these brushes. I use skincare brushes all the time, y'all. I just don't normally do my skincare on here. I love my skincare brushes. I feel like they're absolutely not a gimmick. The fibers don't absorb, in case you're wondering. That would be silly to do a skincare brush and it just eat up all of your product. So I've been using these since 2019. I love them, and I love this product. Look at how brightening that looks alone. I love it. And I do see a difference in wear time. I just feel like this makes my under eye look so juicy and hydrated. I'm just feeling of it. But it doesn't make it too wet for concealer. Obviously, we're gonna have to wait 5 minutes for this to dry down before we put on concealer if we were going to put it on. But I really think that if you are my age or older, this is definitely something that you would enjoy. And again, my eye cream is underneath this. I'm using this basically as an under eye primer. Excessive, yes, but once I don't want to go get under eye filler, and I don't want to get those things. I'm not against it. I don't even want to deal with appointments. I don't want to deal with things like that. That's personal. That's okay. If you have it, I love it, and it's amazing. But I would rather invest in things like this. We all think differently. That's okay. But for me, I would rather invest in this than to get any kind of filler around my eyes. These excite me. I fear it's going to be another sparkly year. Take Two Cosmetics said, you know what Rose needs? She needs sparkles. And you know what? They were right. Tell me we don't need to do a smoky eye with this up here where my finger's tapping. Look at this. What is even happening? Please just take it in. I'm so excited. There's more to show you too. I don't even want to touch them. Oh my God. Look at how foiled this one is. This is glass slipper. So these are pressed pigment. This one here is an eyeshadow topper. That does not even look real. Okay, I don't want to get it all over my face right now because I'm going to film something educational after this, but we will have fun with these. But wait, there's more. What? Does this make anybody else just want to holler? I'm trying to stay quiet because this actually will have me gasping and screaming. Sparkles just make me lose my makeup mind. Oh my gosh, this is y'all know how much I love these. This is a pressed pigment. This one's also considered an eyeshadow topper. This is Cinderstruck. So this one's gonna have like a pinky green flip, which is one of my favorite things in the entire world. But this red, we are going to be absolutely feral. And I'm so excited. These are all custom palettes and they even put my name on the front. Thank you. Now, something else that I have been wearing, even though I haven't been filming, these NYX lip liners. I like them. I like them a lot. Now, that being said, I've only used one shade, so I need to use more shades. But this particular shade, I like so much that it's all I've been wearing for a week. I love it. I throw it on, and I'm gonna throw it on right now, but I wanna take this off. I forgot that I wanted to show you this, so now I feel bad for putting that on. Here, I'll just lightly blot it with Sheila, because I want you to see that it actually, okay, I'm gonna talk you through it. It's gonna have a little bit of sting to it. Normally, I don't like sting at all, but this is still something that I can handle. I don't do the Too Faced lip plumpers. I don't do the TikTok lip plumping situation. I don't do that level of heat. I don't like it. I'm gonna do one side because I do see a difference. Now, obviously, it's not a crazy wild difference, and I'm gonna try to not overline too much. I just love the color. And I feel like if you don't, obviously I don't have lip filler, but if you don't have lip filler, it does really fill in any kind of lines around here. You gotta give it a second though. I can already start to feel the tingle. Okay, and then I just kind of feather it in. Isn't the color so pretty? All right, now we wait. Now I'm gonna blend some towards the center. I'm not softening that line. Now, obviously, lip liner is gonna make it look bigger, but I've got the tingle going, and it really does soften through here. And I love the color, but you have to like a little tingle. It's not burning, but no matter what, when you have something that's kind of bringing blood to the surface, it's going to make it look a little bit bigger, and that's what these do. There's obviously a science behind it, but that being said, I don't care about my lips looking bigger, but I do love the color, and I like that it's not an extreme burn my face off. That is cool. Now let's finish it over here so we can see how pretty the color is. I've been using this and then just a little bit of that Ulta lip treatment on top. And this is what I've been going around looking like. You mean me snoring? So pretty. I'm excited to try more colors. I love this color though. And I might be a little repetitive, but no matter what, if I exist, I'm talking if I just had brows on, if I didn't do anything to my face, okay, but I just threw on some lipstick, the one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab powder foundation, this one right here. I don't even know if I can talk about this yet, so I'm going to wait, but I'm not going to show you what it is. I don't even know if it's out yet, but I'm going to clean up my lip line because it makes the biggest difference. And this brush is perfect for it too. Jean, you agree? Easy peasy. And you know what? I just opened a new bottle, so I thought I would show you. A lot of y'all don't even know, but we came out with brush cleanser and our cleansing palm pad here. I have videos on it on the @RosenBenBeauty page if you want to go check it out. January 2nd. Let's wash our brushes more. I actually don't mind washing my brushes. I think that this and this right here are why I don't mind washing my brushes. Also, I do wash my brushes more often because I find that I don't have to work as hard to clean them. So I wash them at least, well, for me, I wash mine almost daily, but that's because I get in here and I'm using intense colors. Feral Monday makes me wash my brushes a lot. But that being said, I feel like 3 to 4 or 5 days, and then I think we should wash our brushes for personal use, obviously. So just a little reminder. Now, one gloss that has caught my eye, and I'm really feeling real cute wearing it, and I actually have been wearing it with this, is this Lawless gloss. Look how pretty. It's called, the shade is Velvet Daisy. So they have a lot of different shades, but this one in particular, this one's a new one from them, and it is good. That's the level of pigment I like. Let me swatch it without anything. Do you see that? You see how much pigment you're getting there? That's what I like. We can all like different things, but give me the pigment. Look how pretty this is. Also, I like this applicator. It hugs the lip, which keeps it a little bit more controlled and inside the lip line. This is also a lip plumping situation, but not a burn your face off one. I don't like that. Okay, I can talk about it. So do y'all know how I'm always talking about makeup science advancing? Bare Minerals said, hang on, we're going to advance. This is the 24-hour version. You can go check their I'll tag them here. They only have like 3 posts. I think they're doing like a whole reset, which is kind of cool for the new year. This is delightful. It's absolutely, look at how it even picks up on my finger. And look how skin-like. I love it so much. It's got such good coverage too. Look at the match. I'm excited. This is gonna be crazy. I'm gonna switch from the Natasha to that. I already have, but I couldn't talk about it. Everything's a secret. I live in a big secret makeup world. But this has been the one that I've been reaching for, and I'm just so excited for y'all to try the updated version of this. Makeup science and advancements. I get so excited. Look at how juicy my lips look. You can barely even see lip lines even here, which I think are beautiful. But that's just something that you can tell that the product actually does kind of get in there and fill in lip lines, which makes the lips look more full. I've been into a juicy lip lately. Also, look at how natural that looks. That's pretty wild, I'm telling you. Some good things going on already. What else have I been doing? I'm just gonna review food up here. That's really what I've been doing. I'm trying to think. I try not to overwhelm and cause hype. But I do always want to talk you through new products. I feel like an educated buyer is usually very happy with what they invest in. So that's what I tried to do here. I'm always going to get very excited and giddy because I love makeup and it truly just makes me go. So I even have to sometimes reel it in and be realistic because I don't want to just scream at every product. And that's what some of these products make me do. I wanted to holler with that glitter. I really did. But that's not helpful. I think that's everything. Other than, I don't know if you saw, I'm trying not to be annoying, but also I'm really proud of my brushes and I'm going to try to find an even balance of talking about my brushes this year. If you find it annoying, I'm so sorry. I do apologize. I try my best to just give you thoughts on all kinds of products, education, but I am super proud of these daggum things. And I don't know if you've seen this, but the D2 did release last month, month before last, and the D1 is coming soon. So I'm really excited about these 2 brushes. I've never thought I would ever do double-ended brushes. Y'all wanted them, and I said, you know what? I can make double-ended brushes that don't feel like a gift with purchase from Clarins or from Clinique. I wanted something that felt heavy, well thought out, and had our very unique fiber. So I'm excited. I think that's everything. It's good enough. we're gonna try some more stuff this week. I have ideas. Tomorrow, I think we'll do something mild spicy. Turns into full spice. Let's not act like it's not going to. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to kick around the lid. Everything is chaos. I gotta get this place back in order. It's wild up here right now. I love y'all. I've missed you so much. It feels so good to be back. It feels so good to be back in my room, talking to all of you. My little animals all snuggled up in their beds, snoring away. I love this. I love doing this, and I love that I have a huge community of friends that love makeup as much as I do. It's all I ever wanted. If you were to meet me in real life, all I would want to do is talk about makeup. I don't know why. It's my art supplies. All right, I'm really excited for the rest of the week, and I will see you. I was gonna say I'll see you tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm gonna post tonight. We'll see. Either way, I'll keep you updated, and I'll definitely see you tomorrow on stories. Love you.